All right, guys, I'm going to do just a really quick video here, and I want to show you a couple of attacks. We had a little bit of trouble with Electro Dragons this last war, and I wanted to take an opportunity to do at least just show you guys exactly what was going on, and show you one attack that was really not was exactly what we need to improve upon, and then an attack by AJ that really just showcases best case scenario for an Electro. So the first one, I'm not picking on Adam. It was just a really good example of what I saw others doing. What I wanted to show you here is exactly, what I saw time and time again from the different attacks and why it didn't work. So he pulls the CC with 5 supply worth of hogs, and just to pull it. And then what he does is then he leashes it over to the right side with archers. This is pretty much exactly what everybody else was doing, just to get it over here. So so far, I'm okay with what's going on. You use a hog to pull it; it's good to go. He puts down his golems and then puts down the poison to burn it down, and then you'll see here that he's got 10 wizards and about 6 archers. So he brought 7 archers and 10 wizards. So for paying attention, that's 47 supply worth of basically just damage, outright damage, in his first phase that he was reserving to kill the Archer Queen. So remember, for hog attacks, your 2 priorities are your CC and the Archer Queen. Those, if you can get those 2 down before your hogs go down, it's pretty much a 3-star, 100% of the time. So here, what he does is he puts the poison down, and then once that happens, then he puts down all of his DPS. And what I want to do is show you guys exactly what happened here. So he's got 5 of his 10 wizards down plus all of his archers, and I want you to notice what happens for the first volley. The first volley goes off, and every single wizard attacked the gold mine instead of the dragon. So the dragon gets 1 shot off and kills off most of his DPS except for 2 of his wizards. So then what he does, I would say panic. He just puts down the rest of his wizards. So the rest of his wizards go down. He just wants to burn it down before it goes down. The problem is I want you to notice what happens to every single one of his DPS once the dragon goes down. He loses everything. So he's now lost almost 50 supply just for the CC. And so we want to keep that trade-off. So for 30 supply, the defender has now killed off 50 supply of the attacker. And so we want to, when you're leashing and killing a CC, your goal is to always be under that 30 mark whenever possible, or under the capacity of the CC. That's a good trade. If you can use less troop capacity to kill off a CC, go for it. So the next attack I'm just going to show real quick is AJ's. AJ's was a really, really good attack. It surprised me, actually, that it worked, because I had gone through and kind of given you guys some advice in clan chat to say, hey, here's what I want you guys to do to kill off the Electro, and then he did something completely opposite, and it worked really well. So clearly there's another way to do it that works extremely well, so this is why I'm just showcasing it here for you guys. So firstly, what I want to do is just point out how important it is for you guys to scout these bases very, very closely. You'll notice that this is the same base design, but a different base that we just looked at. I don't believe this is the same base. I can look back at this, but the clan we were up against ran this base design for many of their Town Hall 9s. And what AJ found was that for 1 supply, he was able to pull the CC. He knew an Electro was in there. That's way better than a hog down to this bottom cannon, for sure. So he pulled the CC, and now what he's going to be able to do is he's going to be able to leash it for another supply. So for 2 supply, the same that it took Adam 6, he's got it over here. Now, the big thing that I really want to point out is we should really be pulling our CCs to the corner as much as possible. And the reason why is because your units are going to want to favor buildings before they attack the CC, even if the CC is closer. For whatever reason, units like to go after buildings first. We saw it in the last attack. We'll see it again here. But what he does is he pulls the CC, puts down his first poison, and now he's got a few archers attacking, but he's got one going after this dark spell factory. But then he's got his archers too close together, and they all die to one attack. So he's got to put a couple more down. He ends up putting his second poison down because his first one expires, and you'll notice that once he does that, the dragon's already at half health, and all he's used is the 9 supply he brought with him in the first place, and it's already half health. He just needed time. So rather than burning it down really quick, it's really a little bit of a long burn to help bring these down. So by the time it's half health, he puts down his second poison, and then just puts down a wizard. And this time the wizard went right after the dragon. He got a little lucky there, and he'll go down to the lightning that strikes. So then he starts his next phase. His next phase isn't anything spectacular. It is what it is. He puts down his golems, and in this case, he didn't really have to establish a funnel here. He's just getting stuff down. He's got a lot of wizards left over. He can get his rage down. He already busted open the base with his wall breakers, and now he's just going after the archer queen. Once he goes after the archer queen goes down. Now he knows, okay, now he can start his hog attack. Now AJ does something a little different than I would recommend until you get more comfortable with hogs. And hogs, what they'll do is they're going to follow the path to least resistance to every single defensive structure. So you can see here, the first one that they go towards is these 2 towers here. Their second attack is going to be these guys here because that's the next closest. From here, because of the way the base is designed and because he has his kill squad coming in over here, is they're going to his guys are going to go here, and then they're going to come up here, and they're just going to go around the base kind of in a ring, and that allows him to heal his hogs off. Now, normally what I would do is I'd say just put all your hogs down in one attack, but he's going in relatively early. The base damage is only 17%, so he's only taken out just a few of the buildings over here. Now, you can run this first phase a little longer, but this is about when things start to really collapse. So you've got a guy down here just attacking and working his way over. He's got his archer queen. He's got his king right in the center of things, a little bit ahead of the golem now. And so things are going to start dying. So this is actually really good timing for him. But what he's going to do is he's only going to bring down a little over half of what he had for his hogs. And you'll see that they go the path that I had predicted. He puts down his first heal. This heal was actually a little weird. Just going to throw that out there. It's a little weird. I would really like this heal to be up here where the hogs are headed rather than where they are right now. So heals, just in general, make sure that they are where they're headed, not where they are. So if AJ, if you could get your heal to be more at that extended range of where the hogs were just about to head, then they spend more time under that heal. And so what you're going to see what happens is he hits a spring trap. Then he goes after this bomb tower, takes a ton of damage, and now you can see that they're not actually in heal anymore. Just barely, maybe, and they take a bunch of damage. Then they split. So this split is a little weird, and now what he's going to do is he's actually going to start putting more hogs over here down just to kind of help with the momentum of the attack. So what he's doing is he's hoping that these guys up here have enough health left to take down these 3 towers while he starts getting things over here. And so what'll end up happening is you'll see that that top wave does end up having just enough to take down that last tower while he has quite a bit left over. Now this heals okay because he has 3 towers left to take out, and he's got a king in here that's going to start slapping these hogs as they're making their way through. So this is a smart idea to get this heal down. The rest of these hogs head over. They hit a big bomb and a spring trap. And then what he does is he lays down his CC hogs, which are, near max at this point, or max depending on what you want. He gets this last heal down right in the middle of all of this congestion. And this is perfect because you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 buildings in the middle of all of that. And so that's perfect for him. And so you can see here that CC hogs are going in. They're going to get into heal. He manages to save that one that was just about to go down just by going into heal. They work their way through, and by the time the heal's worn out, there's only a couple of towers left. He does hit a couple big bombs, but they're low level, so they don't do a ton of damage. And now it's just cleanup. So this is what's called a precision hog attack, rather than just putting all of your hogs down on this side and just depending on the movement of the AI to get you through the rest of the base. What he did is he said, nope, I'm going to send in a little over half of my hogs over here. This is where things got a little iffy for him. So he knew he was going to send the rest of his hogs on this side to help carry that momentum over. And so it ended up being a really good attack for him on this base. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. But this is a couple examples. And then I just wanted to walk through this hog attack just to kind of break it down for you guys. So thanks.